Hi everyone! In this video I am going to show you the main menu of the Edit panel. In order to better master Figma skills, let's create together the design of the first screen for a T website. First of all, let's create a frame. Let's choose the most universal size from the existing one, frame width 1440, rename to the first screen. Now let's create a header, take the tool text and write T. The name of the font enter, select size 18 for example, select text, click Alt and move it here and press Ctrl+D to duplicate what we copied. Here we write T where, here gives card, sale and contact. Let's write this text in Auto Layout, select it and click here plus. Here select horizontal layout, enter 46 pixels horizontal gap between items and here enter 12 pixels horizontal padding and 6 pixels vertical padding. Select all our auto layout and press Alt to see the padding and use the arrows on the keyboard set the padding from the left edge of frame 50 pixels. Press right-click the mouse on the canvas and choose Plugin Iconify. It allows us to add an icon basket. Enter here basket and press Search. We can see all the hyperparameter here and import it into frame. Let's now write the text contact and the icon in Auto Layout too. Select the click here plus. Here we select horizontal layout and align top right and set the values as in the previous one. 46 pixel horizontal gap between items, 12 pixels horizontal padding, 6 pixels vertical padding. Select our second auto layout and make align right or press Alt+D. Press Alt, check the padding and use the arrows on the keyboard to set the padding from the right edge of frame 50 pixels. If you hold Shift, the padding will be 10 pixels, not 1 pixel. I press Shift again and the left arrow is already 20 pixels, 30, 40 and 50. In the center create a logo, write simply T, change its fonts and size. This will be our simple logo. Select Align Horizontal Centers or Alt+H for it, press Shift to select all together and Align Vertical Centers or Alt+V. Create a group, just press Ctrl+G and set the padding from the top edge to 20 pixels. OK, header is ready. Now look at the Layers panel. This icon displays frame. Through drop-down we can open the contents of any group, frame. T icon displays text. This icon displays auto layout. We will talk about the Layers panel in other lessons, but now I want you to try to create your own work in Figma. OK, create a rectangle, set for it this color and select Align Left or click Alt+A. Create a rectangle with the width of our frame, set the padding 46 pixels from the header. Let's zoom our frame in length, but necessary to press Ctrl and pull it, or here we can enter a specific value. OK, now let's lengthen our rectangle. Let's write some text here, change font, change size and change line height. Select for it Auto Height. Set the width, we can pull the text frame or enter value here. Delete the empty stroke if need, then align horizontal centers or Alt+H and set padding 46 pixels from the top edge of the rectangle and 100 pixels from the right and left edges. Copy the text by pressing Alt and pull it. Let's write here T collection. And here we change the settings, 42 font size, auto line height, auto width and align right or Alt+D and let's put this text down somewhere like this. Create a rectangle with dimensions 430 width and 464 height, or we can enter a value here. You can switch between width and height using Tab from the keyboard. Pressing Alt to make a copy and Shift to move it smoothly. Make a copy with 25 pixels paddings and then we duplicate it using Ctrl+D. Now copy them vertically and create the rectangle like this. We can create the group from them with Ctrl+G to make order in the layers. In the last lesson we looked at how to import images in bulk. Let's add them that way. Select the images we want and paste them here. We can also add this leaf for decoration. Let's it decorate our design. Congratulations! You have created the design of the first screen for IT website yourself. Now let's start getting acquainted with the Edit panel. Go here and here, Ctrl+Z, undo or step back or cancel, and Ctrl+Y, read or step forward or repeat. Let's press Ctrl+Z, take step back, and let's press Ctrl+Y, take step forward. These shortcuts are the same in almost all programs. Just remember them. Next is copy as text, but it is not active right now. So let's select the text and go here and select it, copy as text, or do it via the right mouse button. Now press paste, Ctrl+V, or do it via the right mouse button, paste here. You see the text paste as auto width, even as your text had original auto height. But you can make it easier with shortcuts Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. The text is pasted in the same place we copied it from, and we can customize all parameters in the text panel. But as for me, it is better to use Ctrl+C and paste here. Paste where you need. This function's copy as CSS is more intended for programmers, but it is better to open it via right mouse button. Here you can copy CSS, iOS, Android code, copy as SVG. From the previous lesson, we already know that SVG format is used for icon, logos, all vector elements. So let's select our basket icon. Let's press Ctrl. It will allow us to immediately select the needed element, in our case the basket icon. We fall inside our previously created group. I find it more convenient to open it via the right mouse button. You see here copy as SVG, but you can also use the edit panel of course. And here, paste here. Next, for example, you want to save as one picture these rectangles. Select them and go to copy as PNG or use Ctrl+Shift+C and here paste here. You see it is saved as one pictures, not as there are 6 pictures. Or you want to save your old design frame. Select it, right click copy as PNG or use Ctrl+Shift+C and here paste here. And you can separately save it or crop it to do what your imagination will allow. It is very convenient action. Paste over selection. For example, we want to paste some text to be on top of this image and be linked to the original coordinates of this image. Select the text, copy it, Ctrl+C, and select the image and paste over selection, Ctrl+Shift+V. You can see it on top of the image and it linked to the original coordinates of this image. And if we just press Ctrl+V without Shift, it is pasted somewhere in the middle, you see. Well, let's try to copy the image and select our frame and paste over selection, Ctrl+Shift+V. And if we just press Ctrl+V without Shift, it is pasted as random, like it. Paste to replace. For example, you want to replace your images with fields. Let's create some field, make copy image, Ctrl+C and select field here. Select the rectangles we need and just press paste to replace, Ctrl+Shift+R. You see we did not need to create a separately field for each individual rectangles like this. we applied it to everyone right away. It is very convenient and fast. Or let's copy the same object twice and replace one of them by paste to replace. Ctrl+Shift+R, like it. It is often helpful during working. Duplicate. We have already practiced doing duplicate. Let's copy our pictures again. Press Alt to make a copy and Shift to move it smoothly. And then we press duplicate. Ctrl+D. Do the same again. See how quickly we created this grid of rectangles. Or let's copy by diagonally. This makes the job very easy and quick. And last is the delete action. Select and on the keyboard just press delete. Find. Let's look at the next section, find. It is the same if we click on this icon find. We can enter here, for example, leave. We see that there are two results found on this page. It is an image and text. They are also highlighted on our frame. If we go to settings, we see that there is one text and one image. If we switch to replace, it will allow to bulk changes. For example, here we enter some words and it will paste instead of leave. We can click on replace or replace all. See how easily we replace the word and you don't even have to navigate through the whole design and look for it. To go back, switch to find. Also we can set what we want to search, for example text and whole words. Enter here the words T. Look in the whole design these words found. And if we delete whole words, we will find even words that contain their name, in our case T. And to completely close the action find, click the cross or click escape on your keyboard. These three options are not so important. We have already viewed them all. Find next, find previous, find and replace. Set default properties. For example, let's create a rectangle, set its fill, stroke, corner radius, effect drop shadow. Let's go to edit, set default properties. Now each new object that we create will have the same properties we set for our rectangle. This action is a great save time if you want to apply the properties of one object to another. But to cancel this action, you just need to restart your Figma. And if we want to change something, like let's change the fill color, so that you don't have to change the fill in each shape separately, the great action will help you with this. Copy properties and paste properties. Remember, these shortcuts are often used. Pick color. If you choose pick color or shortcut I, immediately appeared eyedrop tool, and in the top right corner we see the circle. It displays the color. It is broken into pixels. To get exactly the color we want to choose, be sure to first select the object to which you want to apply the color. For example, I click on this color and it is immediately applied in the selected object. Press shortcut I and select another color. Also, you can take the eyedrop tool in the section Fill here. As for me, better to use shortcut I. It is more quickly and convenient. And last we are going to look at today is the different types of select. Select all. Ctrl+A allows us to select everything and we can copy our selected object somewhere. Select all. It is the same action if you click anywhere empty on your canvas like this. Select inverse. For example, we want to select everything, not include this text. First select this text and press select inverse. And we can copy the whole design but without the text. Select all with. Here we can select all with same properties, fill, stroke, effect and other. Let's select this rectangle and select all with same fill. See, all is selected with this fill. In layers, all selected layers are highlighted. And now we can add the stroke for all our rectangles. We didn't have to select each rectangle separately, and in bulk we done the changes with this action. It is very convenient action. Sometimes use it. I have completed a list of all the shortcuts that we used in today's lesson. Save themselves or note it to not lose it. Guys, thanks for watching my videos. Subscribe to the channel, save the video and give me some likes. If you want and can support the development of my channel, you are welcome to my Patreon. Thank you very much. Guys, see you in the next video.